What's going on? What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, doing some more work on the Duster. We got to put in this Moser yoke, pinion yoke, for our Dana. Throw some torque converter bolts in, do a little bit of wiring. You know, see what we can get done. Stay tuned. Alright, and just for ease of access, we're going in the, whoa, I dropped the camera. We're going in the inspection panel back here. So that way we can keep the rear end on the ground. So when we try to do the yoke, we're pulling the weight of the car to help us out a little bit. So instead of just, oh snap, scratching everything. Alright, so here we are. As you see, we're leaking down there. I know it don't look like it, but that bearing is like, or that seal is brand new. But if you see the nut, that's typically where it's leaking from, and it's also leaking from the front cover. So we got to fix all that, and generally we just need to clean down here because it's getting rusty. Like the shocks that ain't too old or looking bad. So next step would be to clean this up. Alright, so just had the wife come in and hold the brakes. And I broke it loose. I don't think it was very tight, to be completely honest. Couple of good things, couple of bad things about to happen. One, this is 1.25 inches, right? So if you're doing a Dana 60, it's 1.25 inches for at least a stock one. However, the new one they gave us is like a 33 mil, and I only have a 32 mil. So yeah, that's why I think the oil was coming from in between the pinion and the that's why I think the oil was coming out here. So that's why we're replacing this. I think this is the factory from Dana. And then, like I said, our new one's a Moser. It's supposed to be a good one. It's chromoly, so I'm gonna work on getting this out, and then catch back up with you when the new one goes in. Whew! And she's on there. Our Moser chromoly 1350 yoke. It still has a little bit of play in the gear. I think that's just the backlash. These gears have been in the car for a long time. Like, I think like since like 2006. It's just a set of either Moser or there's somebody's 410s. I think they're Mosers. So that's the backlash that's in the car. It was, I mean, it's loose in the car because loose is fast, but it's a little looser than what it needs to be. And that bad boy is on there. You know what I mean? So alright, I'm gonna go ahead and like finish cleaning all this stuff up. I'm probably gonna tape over those coilovers and give all this stuff a nice coat of paint, get rid of that rust. So yeah, another step down. Also, my infinite wisdom back here, I was sitting on the hump, had my feet over there because my wife was in here holding the brakes. It's the only good way to get to it, and my fat ass kind of put some pressure on this aluminum piece and kind of ripped it. So yay, that sucks. Oh yeah, also I gotta trim that up, but got the shifter in here, guys. I do got a question, so hopefully somebody can help me. So like that right there was a U-joint cap that was sitting there, and it like rusted to the carpet. The old seat brackets rusted to the carpet. Y'all know of anything that gets that out? If you do, I would like to know. Thank you. Alright, so a little bit's happened since the last time I've updated you guys. We got the intake on, bolted in, got the carburetor bolted on. Waiting on a new throttle cable bracket. Probably going to order that later on today, maybe tomorrow. Got our distributor hold down cleaned up. Got this on for the water pump, the electric water pump. Got that bracket all painted up. And some brand new single adjustable QA1s. Alright, so got those single adjustable QA1s. I kind of need a double adjustable, but those are like 500 bucks. These were 350 bucks to the door. So got the QA1 single adjustables. As you've seen in the back, we have single adjustable coilovers for the rear. Now I've always heard people say that if you run radials in the back, you need to run radials up front, not bias plies, but you can run radial front runners with slicks. This car did have like the Volkswagen 165s on it. It's a very cheap radial if you're just building like a street car that goes to the track. I wouldn't have them in anything, you know, quicker than like a trap speed of like 120, 110 even probably. This car did go, I think, 104 trap speed in the 8th with those, and I think it trapped 129 in the quarter with the Volkswagen fronts. But now we do have bias plies. We are going to run them on the street. I know people are about to comment and kill me and whatever. So we'll have radials in the back. It's got 315s on it now. Whenever I get this car the way I want it set up, we're going to run, you know, 28 10.5. But just for the street driving, we got the 315 60s E2 streets. They're old. I bought them. They probably have 10 passes on them maybe and like 50 miles. And then the car's set for, I think it's set for like 3 or 4 years. So yeah. So anyway, I'll be the test pig. I'll see how that goes for you guys. All right, another thing. So we got our starter. In case you don't know, if you're building a Mopar, if you go to AutoZone, I think this is for 93 Dodge Dakota with the 318. It's a high torque mini starter, almost, if you will. If y'all know the big Dodge starters, they come all the way back here and they're gigantic, right? That little guy is the same thing as a mini starter, and they're pretty cheap too. I think they're like, don't quote me, but I think they're like 85 bucks. So good alternative. Oh yeah, the reason I was saying that is because this right here is our power wire that goes to the starter. I know I need to clean up that electrical tape on it, but as you see, it doesn't quite fit. So that's an issue. This car did have the gigantic Mopar starter on it, and those terminals were like over here, so it fit perfectly. That's an issue. I don't know quite what we're going to do about it yet. We could bring our starter solenoid down there and just have that go to the starter solenoid, and then the power lug, just a small little cable there. That would be the cheapest way. I'm not quite sure how we're going there. As you can see, we are doing this on a, I ain't gonna say it's a stupid small budget, but it's a decently small budget. We're trying to run in the 10s for under 10 grand, and then, you know, some trick flow heads and a big spoolie thing over there with some EFI. Don't worry about it. All right, that's later on down the road. For right now, we're gonna run this bad boy. We just got to figure out the cheapest, best way. I'll spend money if it's going to be better, but I really don't feel like buying that welding cable. That's a 1/0 welding cable all the way to the back, and it's about 12 feet, 13 feet, something like that. That stuff's expensive. It's like, I want to say it's like $4 or $5 a foot. So plus the terminals are like $1 or $2 a piece. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what we're doing on that one. Alright, so I was going to put the water pump on, but of course I'm missing a spacer, right? Nothing goes as planned. Anyway, I'm going to call it a wrap for today. It's hot. If you're in the middle of South Georgia, you know it's hot. Anyway, got the pinion yoke in, got some of that stuff cleaned up, got to throw a new fill filter on. That should wrap it up. Then we should be able to install the drive shaft. Sorry, I'm hot. Can't think, really. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Slow progress, but progress nonetheless. If you know me, I'm getting surgery again this week.
on the same shoulder. It's always been a problem. I think it's always going to continue to be a problem. So they're going to actually cut me open, you know, some reconstructive stuff. So it's going to be fun, right? So progress is going to slow way down, but we're not making that much progress now. So if I don't come out for a video for a little while, you guys know why. I'll be sitting in my recliner acting like a baby eating some ice cream, getting fatter. Anyway, we'll pick back up next time we can. You know, now we got some shocks on it all the way around. It's going to be a fun car, I hope. I always smile every single time I drive that car. Just looking at it just brings me so much joy. I love that thing. Anyway, thank you so much for everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. I will pick the videos back up as soon as I'm able to. So until then, stay easy. Get out there, work on your stuff. Get some smiles going. Make some good times. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.